Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to address a question that some of you have been asking me lately. Why do I share so much information and details about my boyfriend Kurtis? I know some of you might be wondering why I'm so open about our relationship, and I'm here to share my thoughts on that. Let's dive into it. Question 1. Why share so much about Kurtis? The first question I'd like to address is why I share so much about Kurtis in the first place. For me, it's about being authentic and genuine in my content. I believe that my relationship with Kurtis is an important part of my life, and I want to share that with my audience. By being open and honest about our relationship, I feel like I'm being true to myself and my viewers. Kurtis is a big part of my life, and I love sharing our experiences and adventures with all of you. Kurtis quotes a deeper look. Kurtis has a way of saying things that can be perceived in different ways. For example, when he says, "I don't really give a shit what you do, just stay out of my way," some people might see that as him being aloof or standoffish, but for me, it's about respecting boundaries and being clear about what he wants and doesn't want. It's not about being dismissive or uncaring, it's about being direct and honest. I've seen Kurtis interact with people in different situations, and I can confidently say that he's a caring and empathetic person who just values his personal space. The other side of Kurtis quotes. On the other hand, when Kurtis says, "I don't really give a shit if you put it out there for the world to see, I'd rather live up to the truth instead of living a fat fucking lie, I see a different side of him." This quote shows that he's confident and unapologetic about who he is, and he's willing to be vulnerable and authentic. For me, this quote is about embracing our true selves and not being afraid to show the world who we are. Kurtis has always been someone who values honesty and integrity, and I admire that about him. Question 2. Isn't sharing about Kurtis an invasion of his privacy? Some of you might be wondering if sharing so much about Kurtis is an invasion of his privacy. I understand where you're coming from, and I want to assure you that Kurtis is comfortable with me sharing a relationship with my audience. We've had many conversations about what we're both comfortable with, and we've found a balance that works for us. In fact, Kurtis has told me on multiple occasions that he doesn't mind me sharing our relationship with the world. He knows that I'm coming from a place of love and respect, and he trusts me to represent him well. Question 3. Does Kurtis mind being in the spotlight? The final question I'd like to address is whether Kurtis minds being in the spotlight. From what I know, Kurtis is a private person, but he's also someone who values honesty and authenticity. When it comes to our relationship, he's been very open and willing to share aspects of our life together. I think that's because he trusts me and knows that I'm coming from a place of love and respect. Kurtis is a confident person who isn't afraid to be himself, and I admire that about him. As I mentioned earlier, I've had the opportunity to talk to Kurtis on the phone many times, and we've discussed our relationship and how we feel about sharing it with others. Kurtis has been very clear about his feelings on the matter, and I've been open about our conversations because I believe it's essential to be transparent with my audience. During one of our conversations, Kurtis told me that he doesn't give a care if I share our relationship stuff and personal information online or in person. He knows that I'm coming from a place of love and respect, and he trusts me to represent him well. From Kurtis' perspective, being in a relationship with someone who shares their life with others is not a problem. He's confident in our relationship and knows that I'm not sharing things just for the sake of sharing them. I'm sharing our experiences and thoughts because I genuinely care about my audience and want to give them a glimpse into my life. Kurtis respects my decision to share our relationship and has never asked me to keep anything private. For me, sharing our relationship is about being authentic and genuine. I want my audience to know the real me, and that includes my relationship with Kurtis. I understand that not everyone might agree with my decision, and that's okay. I'm not sharing our relationship to get attention or validation. I'm sharing it because it's an essential part of my life, and I want to be honest with my audience. I hope this video has given you a better understanding of why I share so much about Kurtis and our relationship. It's not about seeking attention or validation. It's about being true to ourselves and our relationship. I value your opinions and would love to hear your thoughts on this topic. Let's keep the conversation going in the comments below.